Hello and welcome back to the Football Manager server. My name is Muzz and as you can see I'm still in charge of Sunderland. If you watched the last video, I made it pretty obvious that I was looking for another job. I've applied for other jobs, but I'm still here. I have not been offered a job at another place. I had interviews for the Real Betis job and the AZ Alkmaar job, and I didn't get them, unfortunately. So that's left me with a bit of a pickle, because obviously I want to do well, but I just feel like it's getting to a point with Sunderland where I need to go up or I need to leave, because I mean that point is come and gone. I think last season was certainly the point where I should have went up or should have moved on, but I'm still here, and it's been a rocky transfer window. Let me just take you through what has been happening. So let's see. First off, you will notice that it is a record spend for me. This is the most I have spent in a season. The first time, oh no, technically the second time I've had more coming in than going out profits wise. So let's get started. So signed this boy for free. He doesn't look that good, honestly, but he was free, so why not? This Gonzalo, however, looks like a player. He could be a good player for me. Get some very good stats in there, especially for centre mid: stamina, agility, passing and vision. The work rate's there. Looks a good player. Good potential. Already 3.5, and he's only 20 years old. Brought in this boy from PSG. Good potential. Just that you get him out on loan. He isn't out on loan yet. And then we get to the bigger ones. Now, this up until I think once we got to this point, which we'll talk about after Felipe Mendes, I had a bit of a nightmare. But Angel Gomez, you already knew he was coming in. Great player, already started the season well. Fantastic, 4-star ability, an absolute steal at 2.1 million. I brought in a new keeper because I felt like that was an area we needed to strengthen, and we've got a good keeper here, good young keeper. I'm going to call him Simon because no chance, absolutely no chance I'm pronouncing that. I have tried and it was a mistake to even try it. Now, if you remember, I bought a Portuguese left back, 19 years old, called Nuno Mendes. Well, I've signed Felipe Mendes. No relation, apparently, even though they play exactly the kind of same way. Both defensive fullbacks. Left back was an area of concern in the running. Once I get rid of Nuno Mendes, actually, we really concede a lot of goals for left back. So again, he looks like he's got some great stats. Could become a great player for me, or we could sell him on. Now, from here, you notice this player I didn't sign. This is one of my... He looks rubbish. That was one of my director of football. But from this point on, from the 26th of July, I was trying to sign a forward and two right inside forwards, or inside wing, inverted wingers. And I had an absolute nightmare. People, I honestly was so demoralising. I was getting bids accepted and they just weren't wanting to speak to me because of the level I'm at, or they had interest from other clubs. Some really good players who would do so well in the Championship, and I just couldn't get them over the line. But on the last day, I managed to secure some absolute worldies. So, Elia Petrali from Juventus, we done well to get him. He looks a good player. Looks like he could fill a gap that was left by... I'll get to that in a minute. And then Gabriel Henrique is another good player. Good inside forward. Got some good stats. And he's only 19. And then I got Harvey Elliott in on loan because he's a fantastic player as well. And he will do bits in the Championship. I think that's what I've been missing. I've just been missing that. I certainly felt last season in the running I was running out of ideas going forward, but I feel I have so much going forward now. And then we get to the outs. There's a few tough ones to take here. Like McCowan out on loan, he needs to do something because he was getting sold, honestly, after that last season. Josh Knight, who had been with us since the Sky Bet League 1 victory, unfortunately has left us. Ashley Fletcher, get another notable departure. Just with the strikers coming in, I had, or at the time, he just wasn't justifying a place, so sold him to Bolton. Marco Tormalino, who is doing bits, I think, actually. Might have missed a trick with this boy, honestly, but he is at Derby, who seem to be doing quite well. And then another sorry loss is Liam Lindsay. Just wasn't good enough, as you can see. Look at the scout rating there. Just wasn't good enough for the team, and I've got some decent centre backs now. And then the big one, David Otto, Championship leading goal scorer last season, signed by the team who put me out, or who made sure that I stayed in the Championship. It was a hard one to take, but as you can see, I signed him in a free, so that is a huge profit. But I couldn't convince him to stay, and ultimately he is in the Premier League now, so all the best to him. I do kind of feel like my decision was made. I mean, obviously I could have just held off, but with the run-in last season, he didn't perform very well at all. So I think that was the reason there. I think I needed a change up top from the press and forward, which I played quite consistently this save. So remember that, 29 million. Now we will go to Leeds. Oh wait, I should probably tell you how I've started the league. So we're undefeated in the league, but of course we're out of the first round of the Carabao Cup because of course Noah Lang gets set off in the 3rd minute, which made it very difficult for us to. But as you can see, we have a good start to the season. Now I think apart from the running, one of the main areas where we really lacked last season was away form. Now I know an away draw is good, but we quite often got them, and we didn't manage to eke out like a victory. Unlike this game, where it was one each, and we got a penalty in the 90th minute. So this is what I want to see more of, and we get 2 away games coming up. I've played some really big teams already, like Sheffield United, Swansea, Crystal Palace. I mean, they just came down from the Championship. And then I'll get Blackburn, Fulham, Cardiff, and Leicester all in the 1 month. Next month is going to be hard. Wow, is it going to be hard? But yeah, we're up there. I'll show you who else is up there. Stoke are 5 from 5. They haven't really played anyone of huge note. It's been interesting to see. Wait, they did actually beat Brentford, who are up there, but that was first game of the season. Birmingham, Derby are up there, so we'll see how it goes. Now, unfortunately, that last game against Luton, they injured 2 of my players, Angel Gomez and Bernas. The one player who I didn't want to get injured got a big injury. Thankfully, he's only out for 3 to 6 weeks. But he started off the season well. A goal and 2 assists. He's just the best player. He's my playmaker. But I'm feeling a lot better about my squad this year. A lot stronger than it was last year, which is good, especially in the forward areas and defensively. I think defensively we're a lot better. Now we'll go to Leeds and check them out. They are currently playing at the moment. They have not actually made that much. They've actually sold 64. So let's see. Any notable ones? Alfie for 33 million. It is a Chinese club, so probably overpaid a bit for him there. Yeah, definitely overpaid if he's only valued at 23. But he has made a big signing in Kieran Tierney, who is a great left back. Will do bits for Stewart. Chris Mockery from Blackpool, He wanted to sign him for a while and he finally got him. And he's loaned in a boy who looks, wow. He looks incredible. Jesus. Look at these stats. Incredible. He looks like a player. He's got rid of Tavernier. Yeah, not much really, but again, 53. So a good amount there, but he also made a profit. And now, how was Stewart's season started? I think he's won and drawn. He's undefeated, beat Southampton, beat Chelsea, which was a huge result, and then drew with Bournemouth. He's currently playing in the Carabao Cup. And then we get to the big one. 29 million I had. Wait till you see this. He has spent a total of 397 million, while also getting rid of 417 million. But oh my word, that's the kind of money you dream of. Like, you dream of having that amount of money to spend. Fair enough, he has made a profit, but not all off his own back. Oh wait, maybe actually. Yeah, actually. A lot went through before he got there. Look at that. 70 million. Wow. It's ridiculous numbers, but let's focus on who's brought in. Some good players. Declan Rice, James Maddison, Sam Johnson, Frankie de Jong, Dean Henderson, Ben Chilwell, Jean Claire. Fantastic. Look at that. Unbelievable. Louise, Joe Gomez, Michael Stevens, who, this was a farce, right? So, 16-year-old, unbelievable stats. So, Man City actually signed him this season. Let's see. If I look at his history. Can I erase that? So, look at that. He joined in this transfer window, but because they didn't offer him a professional contract, look, just swooped in and they got him for 2 million less than Man City paid, which is, I think, ridiculous. I mean, he's played the system, but he's got a player there, I'll tell you what. And then Ross McCrory. It's hard to look at that number and not feel a little bit jealous when I'm working with 29 million and I had to sell 25 million to get that. But that's what happens when you're at Man U. His season has started, I guess, rather, maybe not actually. He won at Brighton quite comfortably, and then could beat off Liverpool, but then Chelsea seem to be having an absolute nightmare. Maybe the Chelsea job will become available. I'll apply for that. But yeah, so that is the server on the just before the transfer window shuts for the rest of Europe. We are going to keep this going, so if you like what you're seeing, this is the tactics that I play for away. Keep watching the videos, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff, and any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much.